Today we are working on drawing 1-2 brick wall. Now I've gone to the course page and downloaded that DWF document so that I have my drawing here that I'm going to be duplicating. In AutoCAD, once again, application menu, new, locate the TD template, and that will load everything so we can get started. Now on this particular drawing we are not given our traditional dimensions and measurements. We have a brick wall drawing here. We have a few different measurements for our bricks, and then we have a measurement for our mortar joints. Now the mortar joints are the space located between all of these bricks. So I know that all of these spaces in between here are a 1/2 inch. That leaves these three measurements that I need to figure out where they actually go. Well, I know that this 8-inch measurement is my longest one, and on this drawing the longest line I have is on these long bricks. So I'm going to assume that this is 8 inches. That leaves me with two other measurements, one being longer than the other. So I'm going to assume that my next longest line is 3 3/4, and my shortest line, which is the height of all of these bricks, is 2 1/4 inches. So again, I'm going to start in the top left hand corner. I'm going to create a line 2.25, which is the decimal equivalent of 2 1/4, and press enter on my keyboard. And let's jump back here. Now I have 3 3/4 going across the top. If you don't want to always have to figure the decimal equivalent, you can always select your first starting point, pull the line in the direction you want to go, and I'm going to type in 3-3/4, and that's going to allow me to put a fraction measurement inputted into my computer, and when I hit enter it will draw that line 3 3/4. Now here again I'm going to be using my O-track command, where I touch my beginning point, pull it in the direction that I want to go, and then connect those up. So I have my first brick here. Now I know that these lines are a 1/2 inch apart. That's that mortar joint. And there's a couple ways I can do this. I can use my offset command and specify an offset distance of 0.5, enter, and offset that line. And we have a 8-inch line going across the top, so I'm going to continue this 8 inches, use my O-track command to finish that off. Now another method here, I could just draw a little tiny line that's 0.5 inches, but then I would have to come back and delete that little line, which it is an extra step, but you get the same result. And we have another 3 3/4, 3.75. Continue on. Down here I have two large bricks, 8 inches by 2 1/4. Now this time what I'm going to do, instead of offsetting my line or drawing a little tiny line in, I'm going to use my O-track command to create this line a ½ inch away. So I have my line command selected. I'm going to come up here and touch my bottom point without clicking, and I'm going to pull it downward. And you can see that dashed line, which gives us that O-track function. And I'm going to type in 0.5 and hit enter. And that's going to start my line 0.5 inches away from that first point before that O-track function kicked on. And then I'm going to pull it in the direction I want to go, 8. And we have, now I don't remember what the measurement is. Let's jump back here. Okay, that was 2¼ inches. 2.25. O-track command for continuing. I'm going to use my O-track again, touch the first point, pull it over to the right, 0.5, enter. And let's just work around here using that O-track command, which is a very handy function that allows things to get sped up. 0.5, 3.75, 2.25. And another long brick here. Now another method that you can do to help speed things up, if you created a line and that was the previous command that you did, if you press enter on your keyboard, now this is with having created a line. I ended the line command and now I want to reactivate the line command. If I just hit enter on my keyboard and you look down here in the command line, it enters the previous command that I was working on, which is line. So I can come in here and keep drawing lines. If I, for example, hit enter, I can end a line. If I hit enter again, I start that line back up. That's another quick tip that will help speed things up, or you can do it the traditional way that you've been doing it. So for here, I'm going to hit enter, use my O-track to go 0.5, going down 2.25 over 8, O-track here to reconnect these up. I'm going to do enter 2 times. One will end the command and one will start the same command again. 0.5. Line up my O-track and finish off this drawing. Now I'm going to double click the wheel to bring my whole drawing into my viewable work area, and I zoomed out a little bit just by rolling that wheel back. And then the last thing is to save this drawing. Application menu, save. I'm going to save this as Olson 1-2, enter, and I am ready to move on.